Now, members of the Patriots, a group of eminent Nigerians led by a former Commonwealth Secretary General, Emeka Anyaoku, last week, asked President Bola Tinubu to send an executive bill to the National Assembly proposing the convening of a National Constituent Assembly with the mandate to produce a draft of a People's Democratic Constitution. Now, seasoned academic and professor of law, Auwalu Yadudu, well, he joins us now to explore the basis for this clamor, why the frequent amendment to the 1999 Constitution, and exactly how a more endurable constitution for Nigeria could be achieved. Thank you for joining me this afternoon here on Newsday, Professor.
Thank you for having me.
So you've heard the former Commonwealth Secretary and the rest of the Patriots meeting with the president to make this clamor for a new People's Democratic Constitution for the country, particularly to address pluralism and the ethnic diversity that we have within our nation. What is your take on this?
Well, my take on it is that I don't know where they got their mandate to make such a request of the president, but whatever it is, my view is that our problem really is not with the constitution that we operate, and it's more with the operators. And in any event, the constitution that we operate does envisage a process of changing it, altering it, even jettisoning it if you need it. And why they have chosen not to work within the framework of the constitutional prescriptions, it beats my imagination. But in any event, that's what it is. But I don't think it is the correct move to go for. And I think it is, I'm not too sure the president would take this request seriously. Of course, if you followed what he told them was that, well, he has heard them. He's going to review their request. But of prime importance before him is the economy and the social condition on the ground. So we'll see what he does with their request.
And I'm sure there are others who share your sentiment as well. But you said that the problem is not with the Constitution, but with the operators. What's a better way to go about restructuring this country, in your opinion?
In my opinion, if you wanted to change things, we are operating under a constitutional system. The legitimacy of the president to do one thing or another, he derives from the existing constitution. The National Assembly also can act only in accordance with the provision of the existing constitution. So to ask them to do otherwise would be subversive, and I don't think it is the way to go. So if you needed to change anything, there are provisions in the existing legal order to go about doing it, not to come through the back door.
But I'm sure you do agree that some parts of the Constitution are completely outdated and need to be reviewed. What would some of the key points in the Constitution, what should be focused on particularly? And if they do actually get President Tinubu to, do one or two things, do you think it can be done within this administration?
Why not? The issue is that they too have not stated exactly what they want. To convoke a Constitutional Assembly is not the way to go. A Constitutional Assembly has no power under our Constitution to draft or to adopt any new constitution. So it is really neither here nor there. Now, your question was, what do I see within the constitution that may need to be reworked? And you claim that, because that's a claim you make, that there are things in the constitution that are outdated. I don't know what you mean by that. But my view would be anything is up for consideration in the Constitution. Anything can be changed. But my position is that you cannot just bring chaos, disorder, and slippery slope by insisting that some new constitution should be brought about by a constitutional assembly that is elected under a non-party basis. Where do you get that authority? Who would conduct the election? What do you do when you do not have a legal mandate to do that? So it's just chaos and disorder and slippery slope for chaos in the polity.
And that, now that you explain it that way, it's understandable. But how do we go about changing the Constitution, the funky parts within the Constitution that need updating? How should this be done legally?
Oh, the way to go about it is the way that the Constitution, the existing Constitution, has been changed over time. It may not be to the liking or to the quantum that the public or the party would want, but I think the Constitution since 1999 has been changed, has been altered, and changes brought about it through the existing modalities. And the existing modalities really is that the National Assembly has the power to initiate a process of altering the Constitution. The public has the inherent right to participate in the process of discussing changes or to bring about even proposal for changes. And ultimately, a proposal that come to the National Assembly may be adopted and that it requires what has been adopted in the Constitution by the National Assembly to be subjected to the concurrence of 2/3 of states of the Federation for it to see the light of the day. And also, ultimately, in the end, it will require the assent of the President for it to become a change according to our existing legal order. That's how to go about it.
So what do you make of groups such as the Patriots and other elder statesmen within the country who do call for the amendment or the changing of the Constitution or the constituting of a panel or a committee to review the Constitution? What do you make of all these clamors?
Well, they have the right to hold such an opinion. And it just happens to be a wrong one to go for, and that's my view. I think you may not like the pace or even the quantum or the accretion of things that have been brought about to the Constitution, but the way you are proposing is not the best way. You should even ask them, why do they get the will of the people to even insist on this or even to suggest that such a thing be done? But this is an opinion I hold, and I know the President would be advised by his chief law officer, and that in the best interest of the nation, they would seek to go about. I don't think, if you wanted my view, I think the President was diplomatic in not just telling them, well, we can't do it the way you're suggesting, but I'm so sorry. I have other things on my plate, and when I'm done with them, I will get back to you.
And, well, we appreciate your time and your opinion here on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Professor Auwalu Yadudu.